Greetings and welcome. I'm Demi and I'm powered by Love TV. I want to thank you for tuning in and welcome back. I want to thank all of you for the love and support and from my heart and all the love. I just welcome you and invite you, if any of this resonates with you, please like and follow or share. This is a twin flame reading tonight. It's actually a follow-up reading. I was instructed to actually hold this reading because there was some new developments and information that you needed to see. So this particular reading comes from the Karmic Relationships, Soulmate, Twin Flame, what are you? And by the way, first off, I want to thank everyone because I am a channel and a medium. So I work in multiple dimensions with angels and guides, your ancestors, your loved ones that are crossed over, your teachers, those ascended masters that work with you, those energies. And I'm also a spiritual life coach. So I do mind engineering consciousness to help you manifest the abundance in your life. And again, this reading is for my twin flames, and I do have a message from the divine masculine this evening, but I do want to finish up that first reading. I was asked to hold that reading because there's not just we're in the movement for twin flames to now be presenting from their masculine divine masculine energies, and we all have them. Whether you're male or female, you have both divine feminine and divine masculine. That is the law of polarity. So that's just how that works. Now, in the twin flames, one of you will embody one of the energies more, but they're both being asked now to move within the polarities of both. So those that are presenting from the divine masculine are now asked to embrace their feelings, their emotions, that side of them that is fluid with intuition and self-knowing and connecting with spirit and being able to release those patterns. And then likewise with divine feminine, you're being asked to now create instead of nurture. The pattern of actions are being required. And with twin flames, as you all know, there's an individual purpose, and then there's a twin flame mission, and that's the difference between the three, because a karmic relationship is really about what you are learning, and just how to set boundaries and develop love. And then soulmates bring that lesson or multiple lessons over a longer course of time in a more gentler way, but it's still about you, what you're learning. And so in the twin flame reading that I did, or teaching, spiritual teaching that I did, parts 1 and part 2, I said there was going to be a reading, and then after I did that, I was specifically told to hold that. And so you were asked to pick a crystal. This one is a beautiful blue fluorite. So if that's the one you chose, that's this stack here. And raw rose quartz here, and that's this deck. And then a beautiful amethyst, love, and that's this deck here. So we're just going to invite the energies in and open your hearts and minds to any messages that you were looking to receive from not just your twin flame, but for clarity, of what you're doing in this relationship, or where you are in the soul lesson. And so I'm going to lead with the blue. So I'm going to attempt to timestamp these. I'm still really new at YouTube, and you can visit my website for updates and teachings, as well as staying connected with my newsletter, The Consciousness Journal. But I am going to start off with the blue. When I picked this up, it just went through me, and I'm normally drawn to these two, but this just moves straight to my heart space. So if this is the deck for you, this is where we're going to start, okay? And these were pre-shuffled, as you saw in the video. I actually have not moved these cards since that recording. So these cards have been exactly here, charging under these energies. And first of all, blue fluorite, and I don't know if you can see how crystal clear it is in the different dimensions of blue that are in it, to green. It's really heavenly. It reminds me of the ocean. So anyway, we're going to go directly into the reading, but it's for clarity. So it clears out your mind space. It gives you, it also opens up your third eye chakra, but it's also connected to the heart, so that you're seeing these visions, seeing what you need to do and how you need to move in love, and also how to envision your manifestations. As you know, we just had a super moon, full moon, yesterday in Leo. So you should have, in the past couple of weeks, noticed some different things happening in your life in regards to what promptings your soul is leading you to, those soul whispers that you've been called to. So we're going to go right into the reading. And in order to confirm that you are an actual twin flame, you should always have an Akashic record reading. I do Akashic record readings. No cards can just pull that information out, because there's a specific blueprint pattern for twin flames, okay? And it will reveal what your purpose is and what the twin flame mission is. So you have a dual mission with the twin, and sometimes there's a triple mission. Sometimes you have a soul mission and a life mission, and then there's the twin flame mission. So all that information is recorded in your Akashic records via your soul, okay, and your energy. So what I'm getting here, and I'm going to show you these cards. I use several different decks. As you can see, a lot of the decks are spread out here. I have a starseed deck, Moonology, Soul Lessons, Love and Relationships, and these are all oracle cards. I'm not a tarot reader at all. I don't even profess to be one. I channel everything. And so this is, which one is this? It's not Starseeds. Light Workers, and this is Keepers of the Light. Then I have Soul, Sacred Geometry, and Soul Activation here today, and some other cards. So anyway, what I'm seeing here, this deck is the Moonology, is believe that anything is possible. And you've been struggling lately of how to move forward. You just recently have been feeling or hearing or being prompted or urged to move forward with your life visions, your dreams. And this is the blue moon card. It's a full moon as well. This is a once in a which is why they call it a blue moon. One, because it is blue, but because it comes around every so often. This is time when the universe is saying move. And not only is it saying move, this was the right time for you to hear this card, simply because we just had a full moon in Leo. It's a bold, brave, it's a charismatic, attracting energy, but Leos are emboldened to act. And so now they're saying this is the time to hold the vision, not just for your twin flame, because they have to do their own work. This is about you now, and making those decisions to move forward. Your soul, your twin, and the divine masculine is saying to hold on to the love, but now for yourself, for your life, you also have to believe that anything is possible for you, to continue your forward growth in the soul, because that's how reunification happens. Holding on to the love is not just for the relationship, but it is your soul purpose right now. Your soul is saying this is a lesson on how to love and how to open yourself up to loving the life that you create. And not only that, some parts of this union right now are making you second guess your own self-worthiness, your own value, your own soul expression, and your own voice in the world, and how to speak that forward. This is the time to believe that all things are possible, and not just, for your twin flame unification, because you've got to do the work. Your divine masculine or divine feminine, whoever's the runner and chaser, both of you are responsible for healing in order for that reunification to happen. And so with these two things believing, I'm still hearing very clearly that it's time for you to step into the role of self and soul, living from your soul purpose in love and practicing the same kind of love of self to engage and connect with life is what draws your twin to you. And here, for you that have chosen the crystal blue fluorite, is that your abundance and spiritual support and connections are increasing. And that's definitely resonating. And what I mean by that, and I'm going to show you the card, this is Lord Ganesh. So this is Keepers of the Light. See if I can get that to focus a little bit for you. This is an infinite supply of abundance. And when you move from the space of the soul in love, when you begin to let go of all the obstacles in your thinking and the restricted limitations that you're putting on how the universe is going to bring this together, then you will get that breath of fresh air that's going to move through and allow you to not only surface in life, but begin to connect and create those synchronicities of opportunities that are going to create a fulfilling life for yourself. And this is confirmation of that. It's time for you to continue and move on. It doesn't mean that you have to let the twin flame connection go. I'm getting a very strong resonance here that this person is calling out for you right now because they feel the distance. They know that they've created the distance, and I'm gonna ask for you to hold space. Just see them in a bubble or a balloon, but just maybe even a picture frame. Just see that person and hold them there right now in the space of love, and connect with them in love, not the want, not the need to connect, but just hold them in space of unconditional love, and then feel that connection, because they're feeling like it is time. They know that it is time for you to move on, and they don't want to lose you, but they don't know what else to do, and that's coming through right now. Those who picked this blue, I'm going to tell you that you both are star seeds. You have star seed origins, which typically lines up with the twin flame. You do have to have a star seed energy. You do have to originate from star seeds in order to be twin flames. This is not a human experience. It's a star seed experience. So this is a wonderful confirmation of not just holding space for yourself, but it's safe to move forward. You're going to be supported by the universe in abundance as long as you're living through the love of self and practicing and living in the soul space. So I hope this brings peace and blessings to you. But also, this card, what it says, what it speaks to me right now is living in what lights you up. As a star seed, we find a great disconnection from the world. So we already feel alone, displaced. We don't feel the same connection to things in life or people and those relationships. And so I can see also, and I do want to clarify once again, yes, I did say that you do have to be a star seed in order to have a twin flame blueprint. You cannot be human having a spiritual experience here. You have to be a star seed. This is something that this goes way back. We're talking ancient times. We're talking about the ancient creation of male and female energy, which is why there's a law of polarity. So I do want to make that clear, which is how that imprint looks. It looks completely different as a sacred geometry. And that's what I mean by blueprint. I'm talking about sacred geometry. There's just a very specific blueprint for twin flames. So this is speaking to me now, and it's saying that starseeds feel alone and isolated a lot of times. And so you have to find that space and love for self, that love of self and soul, that connection of home is in your soul. You need to live from the soul space, your higher self, your true authentic self. That is not living in so live your soul and not your role. You have to live in what lights you up, and this is the best time to begin moving forward. So I hope that brings you peace and blessings. So that is for the blue fluorite. Now we're going to move on here to the rose quartz. Rose quartz is unconditional love, having it for yourself, others, and the world. It's a beautiful stone. It vibrates the heart chakra as well as the higher chakra, but it also, I'm feeling your throat chakra moving right now. And again, I held these cards. Okay. All right. So this is a little bit different. I feel there's been a shift. So for those who picked the rose quartz, I'm feeling like something just recently occurred. So from the time that the first video posted and this one, there was a very abrupt, or is about to be, we do have a Mercury retrograde coming up on the 17th. It's already in retrograde cycle number 2. So next week it'll be full retrograde. I feel like there was kind of like a very big kind of occurrence, something that made you say, whoa, okay, I don't know if I can keep going on this way, but I love this person so much, I don't know what else to do, I really want to make this work. But you got a very this says a fiery climax approaches. So either you've already had it or you're about to have it. Something that makes you acknowledge that it is time for you to not only move on, but even to maybe begin to look at whether or not this is a twin flame connection, a karmic relationship, or a soulmate relationship. Only you can quantify that. I do recommend just basically seeing it. This is something that is emotional. This is deep in the heart. This is almost like heartbreak, betrayal, devastation. I'm also feeling like you know it in your heart. And the reason why I'm going to say that, because we're talking about rose quartz and unconditional love. But the next card here is from Keepers of the Light. This is Freya, who brings about the end of cycles, and there again is the full moon. We see it in the background. She's got the crow on her shoulder. This is a symbol, both of these things together with Freya. We're talking about ending of cycles, endings of patterns, breaking down the veil of the illusion. And then the next card here is the soul lesson right now, is the denial card. Somewhere about this, you either are feeling it, seeing it, the emotions are there, the activity is there, but there's a fear of losing this connection that you feel so deeply connected to. But this cycle is ending, and everything about this connection and relationship, and I know this, I am the kind of reader, I'm only ever going to tell you the truth because I speak from the highest of guides. I'm never going to tell you anything just so that you'll, I don't work in the arena of, I need to fill you with a wonderful fluffy thing so that you will book sessions with me. I want you to heal. My passion is for you to live the life that you came here to live and create the connections that you came here to connect with, but also teaching you how to manifest the abundance of life, money, wealth, career, purpose, relationships, all those things, travel, freedom, all of that, which is for your highest good. It comes from your soul self. That highest self, your soul is your true authentic self. But what I'm hearing is that you're not just in denial, but you are afraid to acknowledge that what you are feeling, seeing, and experiencing is telling you to go ahead and let go. And so here is clarity of belief. It's bringing into question everything, but also looking at everything that this experience is teaching you and asking you to become self-reliant, clarifying your belief that you need to have this twin flame experience in order to be who you already came here to be. It's about remembering, not memory or remembering, remembering back to your soul, back to your truth, back to that place in you that is authentic. And so here it says that you have already been in training for this for lifetimes. This is a beautiful card. You have an ancient soul, and you've had a lot of betrayal, mistrust, a lot of areas in your life where you have seemed to literally not been heard, not been able to express yourself. So I'm hearing you've been looked over, passed over, made to feel invisible, not good enough. Maybe you were even told to be quiet, hush your mouth, and so that devaluing of your ability to express yourself has closed off places in your heart. And so when you met this person, they filled you with a joy unquenchable because you feel, and they showed you that they loved you for who you are, and you feel free and able to express yourself. And I'm gonna actually give you one more card, because I feel like someone's heart is exploding. I feel like there is hearing these words have brought about, and maybe you're emotional right now because maybe you were told this is over, this isn't working for me, I need to move on. And maybe you have faced that climax, and you feel like that climax is coming, or you know that you need to make a decision here, and you're afraid to make it because you don't want to lose the one person who you connect with in this life. And so the clarity of belief, if you didn't notice it, there is a teeny tiny butterfly there. You are that butterfly. And this is the age and time and dispensation where the universe is saying that you have to go. You have to heal this place in you that has created the separation in the connection of your higher self. Your higher self, you've been hearing this, you've been hearing the soul whispers, you've been feeling the communication. Some of you journal, and some of you who are musical or dance, you feel that freedom and release. And some of you that meditate and pray, you feel that release, and then I'm feeling that heartbreak of the loss, the grieving of the loss is happening right now, and you're not really sure what to do or where to go. So I am going to pull one more card for you. And it's tough. It's really, really hard moving forward. And so I'm just going to see here where to go. I keep leaning towards these. So bear with me. I know it doesn't seem fair, and I'm sorry. This one just got super emotional and very intense because I feel like there is... You know what? I'm going to pull two. That says change. This is the change. So this is the sacred geometry grid. And when I use these for meditation sessions. And I ask people to focus on them as we go into the meditation with that card, with the energy, so that they can create or heal or release with the pattern of the sacred geometry. Sacred geometry is the dimension. Let me best explain this. Everything on this planet has a grid, a crystal grid, sacred geometry, from every rose, every variation of rose, insect, reptile, birds, everything in creation has its own grid. And so it has a pattern. And certain energies also have a pattern. We see this in the crystallization of water. We see this in the crystallization of actual crystals. So, I have tons of crystals all around me. I teach crystal and sacred geometry as well. So you can find out all this information. And so, anyway, the first card that I pulled, wow. Okay, so we have change happening for you. I'm going to leave that there for just a second. I want you to focus on that and understand that this change, because this is actually, I didn't know it, and when I looked at the card, this is the Freya card of the change and cycles and phases. Rebirth is happening. You are at the end of a cycle here, and it's time, and you want to spend a little bit more time living in the fear, but the universe is saying that it's time to go. And the reason why I know that is because here we have the solar plexus grid for your solar plexus chakra that's giving you the strength, the courage, and the energy to find that self-power. And that's in your soul. And if this resonates with you, feel free to reach out to me. Don't forget, in the links below, there is a link for you to be able to win a free reading. I'm going to do the third reading on a different video. I'm going to leave right there because I want to cleanse my energy really quickly. And so I'm going to sign off on this one. So this one was the 2-card reading for the blue fluorite and the rose quartz.